Thank you very much for ringing back. I think the services offered by other organisations within the community teams are all very busy and they see a lot of patients every day. We see less patients. The important thing for the new members is the time that we are able to give them. When we do our first home visit, we sometimes find that may take anything from 2 to 3 hours. We've got the time to do that.
Hello, come on in.
Living with breast cancer is tough enough. Finding out you have secondary breast cancer turns your life upside down.
First got cancer 15 years ago. There's a strong family history of it, so they picked it up early, so I thought everything was going to be all right. And then, but just on 5 years later, secondary came back.
The support of family and friends is vital to help the person cope with the treatment.
I was in a lot of pain. I thought it was arthritis. Went to the rheumatologist, was x-rayed, and it turned out I had a tumour. Anybody who's recently diagnosed with secondary, it's a huge shock because you know that your life's going to be cut short. You don't know how long you're going to be well. You don't know what treatments you're going to go through. It's a very, very scary time. A few months after getting secondary cancer, my husband dropped the bombshell that there was another woman in his life. That was the end of a 34-year marriage. My support system was whipped out from underneath me, so I was looking for help in any direction. Cinda from Sweet Louise came to my breast support services group, and she spoke about Sweet Louise. She told us all about the lovely things that you could have, all the pampering you could have, the massages and Reiki and manicures and facials, by which stage I piped up and said, I'm afraid the face is beyond redemption and I wish you cleaned spoutings. And she, oh, we do that too.
It's Sweet Louise's meeting day and Barbara McNaught is always eager to catch up with friends.
We have members meetings every month. We have a different speaker and it gives the opportunity for the ladies to get together over a cup of tea and muffins and talk about what's been happening to them.
So nice being amongst other women that you don't have to explain things to, they understand.
Women enjoy talking to other women who are in the same position, and there's an enormous sense of connection and relief and comfort in being able to meet with someone who knows exactly what they might be thinking or feeling or how it is to cope sort of day to day in that position.
Today's guest is Jennifer Barraclough. Jennifer is a retired medical doctor who specialises in the psychological aspects of cancer.
Sometimes people can grow as a result of having an illness, that it's not all problems and negativity. If we look at the whole person, we can sometimes see positive things as well, and it's important to draw those out.
We hug each other because it's very important to some women don't have family that perhaps understand a touch of, you know, hugging a person is quite special and makes you feel very close to each other and gives you strength in a way.
Sweet Louise prides itself on its ability to introduce its members to complementary therapies. Today, it's Reiki.
What we're going to start off with this morning is Lynn giving a short introduction on Reiki. Wilma is going to be the guinea pig for Reiki at this stage.
I'm going to reduce down to that size.
Breast cancer, in my experience, is so different to a lot of the other cancers because there is such an emphasis on survivorship.
They call it incurable, so you're kind of out on a limb once you've got it, and this is just like kind of a net, you know, a safety net. That's they don't say they're going to cure you, but I think that you know, you're getting so much help that you could actually live much longer anyway and happier.
Reiki is a subtle, natural, vibrational healing practice that promotes balance on every level.
I think what we're talking about here is quality of life rather than length of survival necessarily.
This is just going to start by using the head, the hands on the head.
When you mention complementary therapies, people assume you're talking about an alternative cancer cure, and we need to be very clear that that's not what we're doing. Although these therapies can strengthen the person and therefore it would make sense that that will increase their resistance to their disease, they're much more something to use alongside the more heavy medical treatments.
It's the icing on the cake in life. Luckily, I'm not having anything nasty at the moment. When you've got quite a few appointments going on, some of the girls will have one after the other. And then you can go to Sweet Louise, and suddenly that's fun. It's not another needle stuck into you. It's not another bad result. It's a happy time.
Well, it's good to meet up with people and you see some of the same people. It's quite encouraging because the picture with the conventional medical people is that it's all downhill for us, but when you keep coming here and hear the same people as cheerful as ever, so there's that very positive spin on it as well.
Henrika was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2004. 3 years later, she came down with pneumonia. After seeing her doctor, she was told her cancer had spread.
If you keep positive, you can actually maintain a lot more life.
Henrika has been a dancer for many years, and even when diagnosed, it didn't stop her getting back on stage.
I said to my surgeon, if you take my breast off, I have to be for my 30th anniversary for dancing on stage. And he said, nah, that's not possible.
There's good evidence now that demonstrates that if you are able to do things for yourself that make you feel better, that your whole body is able to deal better with what's going on.
I said, you take that breast off, you take the cancer issue, I'm going to be on stage. After 10 days, they took the tube out and he said, just be very, very careful. Sure enough, I got on stage in the can-can, kicked my heels and jumped around and I was fine. Sweet Louise has helped me of hire a hubby and gave me vouchers for doing my balcony around the house, and you know, I found them absolutely amazing. You know, they're there when you say, can you help me? And they're just there.
Hi mate, how are you?
Good, how are you going?
I'm good. Through the windows?
Yep, sure.
Top one on the kitchen, paint is fallen on the top of the kitchen window, and whatever you can do for me.
No worries.
Got 2 bad knees from football days, so hire a hubby came round and water blasted the deck and cleaned up the windows and things like that that I couldn't manage. Sweet Louise has been so supportive, and it keeps her positivity up, which keeps mine up as well, which is great.
Positivity can still, in my idea, bring you a long way before an end.
Tonight, Sweet Louise is holding a fundraiser at Isa Spa in Auckland. Guests have been coming along wearing their bras on the outside, as tonight's theme is about bringing awareness to secondary breast cancer.
We're a charity. This is entirely funded from donations, from support from organisations like Lion Foundation, Sky City, Auckland Savings Bank Community Trust, and we need donations.
Thank you very much for coming tonight, everybody. I want to pass on a cheque for the Sweet Louise Foundation. We did $1,300, so thank you.
It's currently only in Auckland. We want to expand it throughout New Zealand. We've picked up Northland and we're now registering Northland members. We're about to go into Tauranga and beyond, and it's a case of finding sustainable funding from the community to say this is an important philanthropic thing to do.
I love being around women that are coping with this illness, but they're getting on with it and they're doing lots and, you know, really enjoying themselves, and that's excellent to be around.
Anyone to be able to say, I've got cancer, I'm willing to take the step and join with other people and not be afraid. That's the biggest thing, is to stop being afraid of it.
Complementary therapies, positive approaches to life makes a difference. Increasingly, the research is proving that this is working.
I'm now 10 years down the track and I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be around for a while yet, I think.
I think she'd be very happy about seeing these women getting out there and having fun and enjoying life and living, you know, living as long as they can, for as well as they can. She'd be so pleased and proud that this is happening and that, you know, it's been an amazing legacy that she's left.
This program was funded by New Zealand On Air.